Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Hence back with another video. Finally, it's about time, right? The reason I haven't been uploading, to be honest, is because I didn't want to upload and promote videos of a game that I don't fundamentally support. But I'm not going to lie, recently I've been playing the game a little bit more often, and I've been having, quite a bit of fun on it. So I decided to make a video today because I've actually been playing the game again. With that being said, though, this Team of the Season release is a joke. Just straight up. They did say on Twitter that they are going to release more cards during the week. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday and Wednesday, I guess, are the only days that they'll do it. But on Tuesday and Wednesday, they're going to release more cards that, will round out the Team of the Week. Hopefully they release like 8 per or at least like 4 per on those 2 days. Just because I think that this release is a little bit underwhelming. So these are all the cards that got released today. We got Olen Zellweger, Quinn Hughes, Noah Dobson, Alina Mueller, Logan Thompson, Maddie Beniers, Mason McTavish, and Jack Hughes. And I'm going to be straight up honest with you. Not one of these cards is endgame other than Noah Dobson. And if you already had Noah Dobson's fantasy card, this card is equally as good, if not a little bit worse. Even though he has got way more abilities and stuff. I'll go over that in a second. But this release is extremely underwhelming. Compared to last year's Team of the Season, let's just straight up be honest, this release is very, very, very underwhelming. We were expecting people like Tim Stutzel, who might get an EU Team of the Season, somebody like Tage Thompson, somebody like, Noah Robertson, or Clayton Keller even would have been a decent card. But, this is just kind of a little bit underwhelming. Now, Matt in the Discord, he hypothesized that this was because they didn't want to release super OP cards during GWC, so that some people had an extreme advantage. So he's hypothesizing that on Tuesday, Wednesday, and next week the cards are going to get a lot better, which makes a lot of sense. But for right now, the cards are not very good. This is very hyped up and very underwhelming, all things considered. And along with that, I think the general consensus is that this card art is kind of bad. Just straight up, it's kind of bad. I don't really love the card art, but it has time to grow on you. But for me, it's not the best card art. Let's go over the cards quickly, just so you guys can kind of, see what they are, starting from the bottom with Olen Zellweger. Now, I think this is actually one of the better cards. Crazy enough to say that, but it is one of the better cards. He's got a great shot. He's got good hands, pretty decent skating, but he's only 5'10", but still, he'll get upgrades. He's got gold truculence, which is what I really like about him. 97 defensive awareness, 97 shot blocking, only 87 body checking is kind of underwhelming. You'll need to throw Spark on him instead of Workhorse to get his body checking up a little bit. But if you're running truculence, it's not going to be too much of a big deal. The only thing I don't like about him is that he's only got 88 balance. He's going to get knocked off the puck pretty easily, even with Silver Unstoppable Force. And he's only 5'10", so he's going to be basically like Cale Makar, but slightly worse with gold truculence. So he is going to be a very good card in game. Don't get me wrong. He's one of the better left-handed defensemen in the game. Probably, I would say, top 15 in the game at this very moment. But he's nothing spectacular. If you got him from the choice pack, he's not a bad card. He's also not a great card. And at this stage of the year, you're going to really want, some cards that are going to make your team a lot better. And unless you're a Ducks fan, Olen Zellweger is he doesn't really get you going, you know what I mean? So he's not a bad card. Let me just say that. He's not a bad card, but he's just also not a great card. Logan Thompson, now, he actually looks very good. I think a 6'4" endgame goalie, with these abilities is going to be good for you for the rest of the year. If you pack this card on tradable, you're set for the rest of the year on goalies. I don't think you'll need to upgrade from this guy. He looks very good. Although, with that said, I think there are still straight up better options. I would still use the base Markstrom over this for the price. So he looks like a decent card. He's a full righty, so he catches with his right hand instead of his left hand, which could screw some people up a little bit. But he could be a good card. He could be interesting to use, and I think that taking a chance on him, if he's pretty cheap on the market, I would go ahead and invest in him and buy him. But out of all these cards, he looks like one of the better value ones, but I still don't think he's going to be worth it as a goalie. Mason McTavish looks absolutely horrible. The only reason I would get him again is either if you're a Ducks fan. I don't know. First of all, I don't know how in the world Mason McTavish got a Team of the Season card when people like Stutzel didn't, but that's for another day. This card doesn't look very good at all. His stats all around look pretty bad. He can't play center. He can't really play wing that well. He's too slow for his size. And he's got decent abilities, but nothing outstanding, unbelievable. I think this is probably one of the worst cards of the release. But if you get him, of course, he's a Team of the Season, so you can't really be mad about it. Alina Mueller, she actually looks pretty decent for a woman card. Like one of the better woman cards in the game, but I still wouldn't recommend going out and getting her just because you know how the woman cards play. You can't have too many of them on your team, and if you already have team of the season or team of the year ones like HUGHES or Kessel or Poulin like I do, I wouldn't recommend going out and getting her. So I would avoid Alina Mueller at all costs. But if you backed her untradeable, you could throw her in your lineup probably. She wouldn't be too bad, I'm guessing. Quinn Hughes is basically Cale Makar, but 1 inch shorter and left-handed. He's got Silver Truculence, which is really nice. Elite Edges is also nice. This is going to be a good card. Only 89 body checking is a little bit underwhelming. You could probably throw Spark on him, or maybe Booming Shot instead of Fly the Zone, but he loses 2 speed at that point, so I don't know if that's really worth it. But he is a decent card. I'm not gonna go, out here and say that he's not a good card. If you pack him untradeable, again, he's good. I still don't think the choice pack is worth it at all, though. So if you're doing the choice pack, I would recommend to wait for the later weeks, but for this week, I wouldn't recommend it. So for Matty Beniers, you're going to have to put Distributor and Thief on him if you want him to play center, and then he'll only have 95 faceoffs. At this stage of the game, as a 4th line center, which is where I think he would be on most players' lineups who are going to be doing the choice pack and potentially getting Beniers, 4th line center for him is not too bad with 95 faceoffs. He does look like a decent 4th line center at 6'2", with decent speed, decent shot, really good hands, decent checking, decent defending, and, kind of underwhelming abilities, all things considered, but he's not a bad card. I would recommend not going out and buying him off the market, but if you have his MSP, then yeah, you can go ahead and upgrade him. He just doesn't look like the best card in the world. Jack Hughes is up next. He probably is the best one aside. Well, obviously he's the best one aside from Dobson, but I think he's probably going to be the best one at 99 overall, just because he's got Gold Ensemble Force, Silver Wheels, Silver Elite Edges, and he's already got really good stats for the time being. I think he's a very good card. If you do the choice pack and you get Jack Hughes, you're not going to be upset about it. But I still, like I said, would not recommend doing the choice pack until either Wednesday if you like any of these cards, so you can try to get the ones that release on Tuesday and Wednesday, or just waiting until one of the other team of the season's release. I don't think Jack Hughes is that good, but I also don't think he's that bad. He's got 99 hands across the board, basically 99 shooting across the board. At this point, if you have his MSP, then I would go ahead and upgrade it. But if you don't have his MSP, then it's not really a big deal. Noah Dobson. He looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Well, he looks very good. I'm not going to lie. If you do the choice pack and get Noah Dobson, you're up good. I've had his fantasy card for a while. He's very good. This card, his fantasy card is Silver Truculence. That's the only thing that's better about the fantasy card. But this one has Silver Stick 'em Up, Silver Shutdown, which are both, if you have both of these activated, it's probably better than Shutdown, even though it's 3 more ability points, better than Truculence, even though it's 3 more ability points. But he does get way more synergies, more abilities. Maybe one day, one of these abilities is going to become meta, and it'll be nice. But if you get this card, he's 99, 604. He's a great card. No two ways about it. Overall, though, the release is kind of underwhelming. I would not recommend doing any of the choice packs. Although I do think it would be, fun to, take a risk. I would say wait until the later weeks, maybe a little bit later in this week if you really like any of these cards. Don't jump the trigger too quickly, but if you complete the challenges, you have 30 days. They're kind of the nicer challenges where you don't have to complete games with Team of the Season cards or whatever. But you have 27 days to do 75 games, win 40, win 5 shutouts, take 500 shots, and you get 2 all these things. You get 2 Team of the Season collectibles, which are super nice. But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to end the video there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, quickly, first before I end the video, I'm going to go over the packs. There is a scam pack in the store. You get a free Team of the Season. Free. You get a guaranteed Team of the Season player. You can do this 5 times, but it costs 7,500 points, or about, Canadian. This is probably about like $80, $90 even for this pack. Absolutely a scam. Do not do this pack. So hard avoid on that pack. Wait until later in the year when they release the cheaper versions of those packs. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. EA overall, recently the game's been feeling a little bit more fun, but it hasn't been great either. So with that being said, I greatly appreciate you guys watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.